Hello students, I am your master, Mr. Sheikh Mohammad Zubair. Today in history, we will study chapter 5, the foundation of the Swaraj. Introduction. In the first half of the 17th century, an epoch-making personality emerged in Maharashtra. He was none other but Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. He established Swaraj by challenging the unjust ruling powers. Shivaji Maharaj was born at the Shivneri Fort near Junnar in Pune district on the day of Falgun Vadya Tritiya in the Shaka year 1551. That is on the 19th February 1630. In this chapter, we will study how he founded Swaraj. In his words, freedom is a boon which everyone has the right to receive. Let's learn about Shahaji Raje. Shahaji Raje was the father of Shivaji Maharaj, a preeminent Sardar in the Deccan. The Mughals had launched a campaign to conquer the Nizam Shahi kingdom. The Adil Shah of Bijapur allied with the Mughals in this campaign. Shahaji Maharaj did not wish the Mughals to get an entry into the south, so he tried to save Nizam Shahi by offering stiff resistance to the Mughals. But he could not withstand the combined might of the Mughals and Adil Shah. Nizam Shahi was defeated and came to an end in 1636 CE. After the Nizam Shahi was wiped out, Shahaji Raje became a Sardar of the Adil Shah of Bijapur. The region comprising Pune, Supe, Indapur and Chakan Parganas, located between the Bhima and Neera rivers, was vested in Shahaji Raje as a Jagir. This was continued by the Adil Shah, and he also granted the Jagir of Bengaluru and the neighboring areas in Karnataka to Shahaji Raje. Shahaji Raje was valiant, that means brave, courageous, intelligent, and a great political expert. He was an excellent archer. He was also an expert in using the sword, patta, and spear. He loved his subjects. He had won many regions in Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. South India was in awe of him. While Shivaji and Jijabai were at Bengaluru, he had arranged for providing excellent education to Shivaji so as to enable him to become a king. He himself aspired to establish Swaraj by ousting the powers of foreign people. Ousting means to expel or to take away. That is why he is known as Swaraj Visionary. He sent Shivaji and Jijabai from Bengaluru to Pune with loyal and competent associates. Now we will study in detail about Veer Mata Jijabai. Jijabai was the daughter of the great Sardar Lakhuji Raje Jadhav of Sindh-Kheraja in Buldhana district. At a young age, she had received military training as well as education in various subjects. She helped and encouraged Shahaji Maharaj to realize his dream of establishing Swaraj. She was a competent and visionary political expert. She constantly guided Shivaji in the mission of establishing Swaraj. At times, she undertook the task of giving verdicts for resolving the problem of the people. She was very particular about giving excellent education to Shivaji. She instilled in him values like modesty, truthfulness, oratory, vigilance, courage, and fearlessness. Oratory means one is a good orator who has the gift of the gab. That means can talk freely and can convince people. Vigilance, where you are quite vigilant or sharp. She saw that he was trained in the usage of weapons and inspired in him the will to win and the dream of Swaraj. Let's study about Shivaji's companions and associates. Shivaji Maharaj started the work of founding the Swaraj in the Mawal region. The Mawal terrain is full of hills and valleys and is not easily accessible. Shivaji Raje made use of these geographical features of Mawal very skillfully for the purpose of the foundation of Swaraj. He created a feeling of trust and affection in the minds of the people. Many companions and associates joined him in his work of founding the Swaraj. Among them were Yesaji Kank, Baji Pasalkar, Bapuji Mudgal, Narhekar Deshpande brothers, Kavji Kondhalkar, Jiva Mahala, Tanaji Malusure, Kanhoji Jedhe, Baji Prabhu Deshpande, and Dadaji Naras Prabhu Deshpande. On the strength of these associates, Shivaji Maharaj undertook the cause of the Swaraj. Now we will study about the royal seal, also known as Raj Mudra. The objective of Shivaji Maharaj of establishing Swaraj is clearly expressed in his royal seal. The following Sanskrit lines are inscribed on this royal seal or the Raj Mudra. I am reading out the lines. Prati Pachandra Lekhev Vadhir Shanu Virshandvadita Shah Suno Shiv Saishya Mudra Bhadrai Rajate. Meaning, this seal will grow in splendor like the new moon. This seal of Shivaji, the son of Shahji, receiving homage from the whole world, denotes the welfare of the people. The meaning of this inscription on the seal is important from many angles. Through this inscription, Maharaj has expressed his gratitude towards his father, his confidence that Swaraj would expand continuously, his own experience of the respect that the seal, that is, Swaraj, commanded from all, his commitment to the welfare of his subjects, and the certainty of ruling over his land independently. The short inscription covers the entire concept of Swaraj. Now we move for learning about establishment of Swaraj. The forts situated within the Jagir of Shivaji Maharaj were not under his control but were under the control of Adil Shah. In those days, forts were of special significance. With a firm hold over a fort, it was possible to control the surrounding area. If one had forts, one ruled the land. Therefore, Shivaji Maharaj decided to acquire the forts that were within his own Jagir. Such an attempt to capture the forts amounted to challenging the Adil Shah power. He captured the forts of Torna, Murumdev, Kundhana, and Purandar. These laid the foundation of the Swaraj. He repaired the fort Murumdev and renamed it as Rajgarh. Rajgarh was the first capital of the Swaraj. There were the Mores of Javli, the Ghorpades of Mudhol, the Sawants of Sawantwadi, and other Sardars in the Adil Shahi. They were opposed to the cause of the founding of Swaraj. It was necessary to bring them and other like-minded Sardars under the control for the purpose of founding the Swaraj. Let's learn about the capture of Javli. Chandra Rao More of Javli in Satara district was a powerful Sardar in the Adil Shahi. He opposed the founding of the Swaraj. Shivaji Maharaj attacked Javli and captured that region in 1656 CE. He established his post there. Then he also captured Raigarh. He attained a huge amount of wealth from Javli. After this victory, his activities in Konkan increased. He built the Pratapgarh fort in the Javli valley. In this valley, the conquest of Javli increased his strength in all respects. After this, Shivaji Maharaj captured Kalyan and Bhiwandi on the Konkan coast. There, he came into contact with the Siddhi, the Portuguese, and the British powers on the western coast. Shivaji Maharaj realized that in order to fight these powers, it was necessary to have a strong naval force. Therefore, he concentrated on building a navy. Defeat of Afzal Khan. Shivaji Maharaj had started capturing the forts in his Jagir and the surrounding areas in the Adil Shahi territory. He had crushed the opposition of the Mores of Javli. The work of founding the Swaraj had gathered momentum on the Konkan coast. All these matters were a challenge to the Adil Shahi. At that time, the Badi Sahiba was looking after the administration of the Adil Shahi. she sent Afzal Khan, a powerful and experienced Adil Shahi general, to curb Shivaji Maharaj. Afzal Khan came from Bijapur to Vai. He knew the Vai region well. A meeting of Shivaji Maharaj and Afzal Khan took place on 10th of November 1659 at the foot of Pratapgarh near Vai. At the meeting, Afzal Khan attempted treachery. In retaliation, Shivaji Maharaj killed Afzal Khan and he routed the Adil Shahi army. Shivaji Maharaj paid compensation to the soldiers who were wounded in the battle. He rewarded those who had fought well. Those soldiers and officers of Afzal Khan's army who fell into the hands of Shivaji Maharaj's army were given a good treatment. Let's study about the expedition of Siddhi Johar. After the annihilation of Afzal Khan, Shivaji Maharaj captured the Adil Shahi forts of Panhala, Vasantgarh and Khelna. He renamed it as Vishalgarh. Shivaji Maharaj had posed a big challenge before the Adil Shahi. Therefore, the Adil Shah sent Siddhi Johar, the Sardar of Karnal region, against Shivaji Maharaj in 1660 CE. The Adil Shah gave Siddhi the title Salabat Khan. He was helped by Rustam-e-Jaman, Baji Ghorpade, and Afzal Khan's son Fazal Khan. In these circumstances, Shivaji Maharaj took shelter in the Panhala fort. Siddhi's soldiers led the siege to the fort for about 5 months. Shivaji Maharaj found himself trapped inside the fort. Netoji Palkar tried to raise the siege by attacking Siddhi's army from outside, but he couldn't succeed in it as his forces were meager, that means weak. Siddhi showed no sign of relenting, so Shivaji Maharaj opened talks with him. This led to the slackness in the siege round Panhalgarh. Shivaji Maharaj took advantage of this situation. On this occasion, Shiva Kashid, a brave youth, came forward. He resembled Shivaji Maharaj in his looks. He dressed up like Shivaji Maharaj and sat in a palanquin. Palanquin is a palki. Palanquin left by the Raj Dindi gate. It was captured by Siddhi's army. It was a difficult situation. Shiva Kashid sacrificed himself on this occasion for Swaraj. In the meanwhile, Shivaji Maharaj left the fort using another difficult route. He was accompanied by Baji Prabhu Deshpande, Bandal Deshmukh and some chosen soldiers. The Siddhi came to know that Shivaji Maharaj has escaped the siege round Panhalgarh and proceeded to Vishalgarh. His army pursued Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj entrusted the responsibility of stopping Siddhi's army at the foot of Vishalgarh to Baji Prabhu Deshpande. Baji Prabhu Deshpande checked Siddhi's army at the Gord Pass near Gajapur. He fought with the greatest valor. Baji Prabhu died a hero's death in this battle because Baji Prabhu's army held Siddhi army at bay. Shivaji Maharaj could proceed to Vishalgarh. While going to Vishalgarh, Maharaj also crushed the opposition of the Adil Shahi Sardars, Dalvi of Palwan and Surve of Shingarpur. Maharaj reached Vishalgarh safely. While Shivaji Maharaj was trapped at Panhala, Aurangzeb, who had ascended the throne of Delhi, had sent Shaista Khan, a Mughal Sardar, to the Deccan. He had invaded the Pune province. The conflict with Adil Shahi continued even as the Mughal army invaded the Swaraj. Maharaj realized that it would not be prudent to fight two enemies at one and the same time. Therefore, after reaching Vishalgarh safely, he entered into a treaty with the Adil Shah. As per the treaty, he returned the fort of Panhala to Adil Shah. Students, this is a short exercise which you are supposed to do in your history notebook. Please write answers in your own words and keep it ready before the school begins. Once the school reopens, respective subject teachers will take your books for corrections. I hope you have understood the chapter easily by this presentation. Thank you, children, and God bless.